Hi there, I'm still Ms. Lee. So we're going to go ahead and do another example of solving radical equations, except this time it's going to look like there isn't really quite a radical in the equation. So we're going to see what we can do. So solve for x. And the equation is 20 minus x all to the 1/2 power equals x. So when we're looking at this, what you'll notice is that there isn't necessarily a radical, but there is a fractional exponent, which ultimately is the same as a radical. But I'm going to teach you now how to address a fractional exponent, and then you'll go ahead and do some practice. So when you're, oh, by the way, this is example 3. Sorry about that. When you're solving for an equation where there's fractional exponents, what you want to do is basically find ways to get rid of the fractional exponents. And so your first step, as before, was isolating the radical. But in this case, you can isolate the part with the fractional exponent. So isolate portion with these fractional exponents. Okay. Oh, wait, it's already done. So this portion, meaning the parentheses and then the fractional exponent, this is already isolated because it's on one side of the equation by itself. So we already did that. So we can just rewrite this here, 20 minus x all to the 1/2 equals x. So we're going to now undo the exponent. So the question is, how do you undo an exponent of 1/2? So typically 1/2 is like square root. And so to undo a square root, we would square it. So same thing here. What we would do is we would square both sides. Okay, so we're going to do this the second power. So what do you notice about this 1/2 and the 2? What happens when we take all of this to the 2 power? Well, based on exponential properties, what you should do with those exponents is multiply them. And when you multiply them, they become 1. And that is how we got rid of them. So in general, when you have fractional exponents, you're going to raise both sides to the reciprocal of the original exponent. Okay, so you're going to undo the exponent. So you're going to undo the exponent by raising both sides to the reciprocal power. Okay, so in this case now, these two, 1/2 times 2 is 1, so this side is just going to be 20 minus x equals x squared. And so now we can solve algebraically. Look at that, we have a quadratic again. So we'll go ahead and do x squared plus x minus 20 equals 0. So again, we're just moving the 20 to the other side and adding the x to the other side. And since this is a quadratic, we're going to try factoring it. Put minus 20 at the top, and then we're going to put 1 at the bottom. Okay, so what two numbers add up to 1 and multiply to negative 20? Well, that's going to be 5 and negative 4. So we have 0 equals x plus 5 times x minus 4. And we set both of these equal to 0, and we get x plus 5 equals 0, and x minus 4 equals 0. So ultimately over here you get x equals negative 5, and over here we get x equals 4. Are we done? No, of course we're not done. You got to check your answers. So substitute. Our values back in to check, or just check. And so we have 20 minus negative 5 to the 1/2 power. Does that equal negative 5? Well, we do 20 minus negative 5. That's 25 to the 1/2 power. Does that equal, question mark, does that equal negative 5? No, absolutely not. So this one's extraneous. And then we check x equals 4. So 20 minus 4 all to the 1/2 power equals 4. 20, does it equal 4? 20 minus 4 is 16. 16 to the 1/2 power. Does that equal 4? Yes, it does. So x equals 4 is our solution.